Man, have you been following the submarine thing?
No.
Oh my God, man.
It's like the new Casey Anthony.
Those people are gonna die.
Yeah, that sucks.
It's so horrifying though. There's 5 people down there. They're just gonna. It's like a rich guy expedition. Oh, look at this. They ruined this. Oh my God. Rich person expedition thing. You know how you can pay to go up in a hot air balloon, that sort of thing. So this one's a submarine, and they built the submarine like cost cutting, like trying to save money on it. And they part of the deal was the guy building it didn't want the team to have a bunch of 50-year-old white guys on it, so they hired young people. There's like women, the female captain and shit. They hired women to help with the submarine, and they had one. They hired one guy that was like an old school established, like an actual like engineer guy, and he told them it was a death trap, and so they fired him, and he sued them after successfully, or he got settled out of court, and so now there's these people down. They went down to look at the ruins of the Titanic. They went in a submarine called the Titan. The Titan is the name of the fictional ship that sort of predicted the Titanic disaster. Before the Titanic was built, there was a fictional book about a ship called the Titan that sunk and went missing or whatever. So they named it. I don't think they did this intentionally, but they named it Titan, the submarine, and so now it's down there with the wreckage of the Titanic. And it's just sitting there, and they have a limited air supply. They supposedly have something like 20 hours or 15 hours of air left, and they've been every half an hour or so they've been hearing banging noises. They've been like tapping the submarine to try to make noise to get someone to come rescue them. But they don't have like a GPS locator or anything. The controller for the they used a wireless. Logitech wireless controller, I think, for the submarine controls, and they're bolted in. There's no way to get out of the submarine except for taking like physical bolts off. Not that they would want to get out, at that depth anyway. But they're just dead. They're gonna die probably. They're sending the Victor, which is a remote control. Remote control like sub rescue thing that this thing is like last time I read it was 20 hours away, so maybe there's a chance they'll be saved, but they're in a tight spot. They're probably going to die. If your goal is to not have white men involved, you're going to get mixed results.
Who did this mission?
This was like the bragging point was that they didn't have a crew full of 50-year-old white men. And it's possible the entire thing is some kind of thing. It's the company's called OceanGate, so it's already primed for social media. OceanGate. Yeah. And one of the missing guys is a billionaire, like the world's 17th richest man or something. So it's possible it's like they killed someone on purpose, or they're just doing some sort of weird thing. I don't, whatever.
That's where they're at right now, in like a little tube.
They're in a tube. Yeah. They this is the sub. This is it right here. The OceanGate team right here. This lady, this enthusiasm right here.
That's the girl who wrote the NASA code of that stack of pages.
Yeah, so this looks like a college. It's still a lot of white people, but this looks like a college after school kind of thing. Like these are
everyone who's trapped in the submarine?
No. These are the people who worked on it. How awful! How hideous! I would kill the people in the submarine.
Yeah.
First of all, listen. I'm not going to joke about people that got a death sentence, But there's the 2 Pakistanis down there. There's 2 Pakistanis.
And they're breathing my oxygen.
I'm not. Listen, I'm not joking about this. I don't think it's. I think that all human life is. I don't think that life is sacred. I think that life is sacred, but I don't think that life is sacred to the point where you need to be surrounded by Pakistanis while you're dying. Listen. Here's the thing. I respect everybody.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Not that much though. But if you're
you just have mad love for all the races.
listen, man, I'm perfectly willing. Listen, here they are, okay? These guys are great. It's amazing. They're an amazing people. If you go to Pakistan, my brother,
Yeah.
okay, Habibi, you go there, you go to the marketplace, they've got dates, they have hummus, they welcome you, as long as you don't have a woman with you,
Yeah.
because then you're in our situation.
Yes.
But you go there as a man. Hey, I'm a man. I'm not going to not shake another man's hand, and I don't even care if if they wipe their ass with their whatever they do.
Yeah.
I'll shake his hand. I'm just not going to. I'm not going to touch my face afterwards. I will shake hands. I will eat the dates. I will go around the market. I would love. It would be amazing.
Yeah.
You know. Wear the little hat. Wear the whole dress thing.
Mm-hmm.
Walk slow down the marketplace. Look at all the crazy, just the sights. Breathe in the air. That's just strange. My God, humanity is flourishing. It's amazing.
The smell
and
is
these
flourishing.
people, I don't resent them at all. I want them to flourish. I want the best for everybody, all around the globe. I hope everybody around the globe flourishes. I really do. I really do.
But
Nope. Now, when I was in college, I remember using the college gym, and I remember these guys coming in.
yeah.
Wearing polo shirts, jeans, belts, lifting weights in a striped polo shirt, in a dress shirt, dress shoes, jeans,
J. Crewed out.
wearing J. Crew and jeans to the gym to lift weights. Okay? That's different than the marketplace
Yeah.
situation.
These are the J. Crew guys. They're not the hard-working.
No, it's just that now I'm smelling them while I'm trying to, I've got, whatever amount of pounds on my back.
That submarine's
Okay.
a lot smaller than a gym.
Now, if I'm about to die, there's 5 things. There's 5 things I don't want to hear while I'm dying. Number 1 is a female cop saying, "Oh my God, I'm sorry. I did it by accident. I'm sorry. It was an accident. I thought it was my taser." That's the number 1 thing you absolutely do not want to hear while you're dying.
Yeah.
And that's and listen, the police brutality thing. You can watch all the police brutality videos on LiveLeak. Okay, you can watch people of every race getting killed all day. You can get emotional about whatever situation you want. Okay, and there's one video of a black kid. He's an autistic kid, and they're like wrestling him to the ground and giving him tranquilizer because he's so autistic he doesn't want to be touched. That's the one that was like, he died, he was like the violin kid.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn, that's a terrible situation. That's terrible, okay? But it's not necessarily a racist thing. It's not necessarily something you can even, how do you control for that? Because in this country, if you resist the police, the way it is the police have the power to, and they will, every time escalate the situation until you die.
Yeah.
You can't, that's just how it is. That's how it is in this country. So unless you fix that for me, for when I'm driving as fast as I can, and I can just do that. I need the license to drive as fast as I want at any moment, and if I get pulled over, I'm going to keep running, because I will. And I would love to do that, and I'd love to avoid the police, but you can't do that in this country, okay? If you escalate it, you're going to die.
Yeah.
And that's how it is. And it's not even, it's I'm sure there are times where it's racial. I think a lot of the time it's just how it is, okay? And but when people suffer actual racism, I feel terrible for that. And I watch the police brutality videos all the time, And a lot of the time, it's just the guy deserved it. He deserved to get shot in the face.
Yeah.
Okay. But there's one that actually did get me. Okay. It's a Hispanic. It's either a Hispanic guy or a Native American guy or whatever, and he's surrounded by cops, and he says, "I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna run." He starts putting his stuff down. I'm unarmed. I'm going to run. Sorry, gotta go. He runs off, and he is at some point in the video mistakenly shot. He was unarmed. He was just running, which is not a good idea, and obviously you shouldn't do that. But he's shot mistakenly by a female cop, and as he's dying, this is the part that and it's not that he's accidentally shot by the cops. Okay, shit happens. You know, I don't like police. It's also a terrible job. Do you really want to deal with homeless people all day with needles in their pockets? Okay, it's just this terrible situation all around. It's not something I get emotional about. But the thing that crushed me was that as he's dying, man, the last thing he hears is a fucking bitch, C-word female cop going, I'm sorry, oh my god, I can't, for fucking 20 minutes. He's bleeding out, and this dumb bitch is cry, scream, apologize, as if that's going to help her in court or something. Cry, scream, apologizing for accidentally shooting the guy. That made me really upset. So my point being, what was my point that I was getting to here? Hold on a second. Don't read anything. Oh yeah. If I'm on a submarine and these two guys right here, if they're quiet, it's all good.
Yeah.
It's not, and it's not the Pakistani smell. It's not a racist thing. But if this kid who looks like he's on the spectrum is going, Papa dibble dabble gabba dooble dabble, Papa dibble dabble gabba doo no data papa gooble, no my son gabaluga riba luka gabba buda duba. Then there's 3 people getting choked out to death minimum. These 2 and the guy that ran the expedition. I just need their air.
Yeah.
And then probably the last one's gonna die too anyway, by me, because I have to now. Because I 3 people.
Yeah, he saw it happen.
Yeah, he just watched all that shit happen and did nothing to defend him, so he's got to go.
Well, okay, so say 24 hours left of oxygen with 5 people. What's
Yeah.
the math? You know?
I mean, that's 100 hours for me.
Yeah.
And these 2, they're not breathing light.
Papa.
They're not breathing slow.
Yeah, they're hogging air down.
Which, by the way, I mean, you could easily, can't you curb your oxygen consumption and breathe? I'm sure you can do that. That's what I would be doing down there. But I don't know if I don't want to say anything. They're gonna die. I don't want to say anything terrible about these people. You know, it's a really horrific thing to think about. But I wouldn't let this guy live if it's my heir. Hamish Harding, mate. Nice to meet you. Hamish, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, mate. 12 hours later. Sorry, Hamish, you gotta...
Hamish.
Yeah. Sorry, Hamish. It was nice to meet you, Hamish. It was nice to meet you. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. It's such my Hamish Harding, mate. Nice to meet you, mate. Oh, blind crikey. It looks like we're in a tight spot of jam and pickles. That's how that would go.